And to that point, President Trump's first international trip in his first term, as well as his first international trip in his second term, both were to Saudi Arabia, which really kind of bucks precedent, right? Normally, presidents go to traditional allies. Now, President Trump, he made his way to the Middle East. Do you think that was more about strategic foreign diplomacy, or do you think that was more a money move?
Well, how do you separate the two, right? So in Trump's eyes, what's important strategically, what's important diplomatically is who has the money. And so you're right, the first place that he goes is to the country that's got the money. And, over the course of his first term, Saudi Arabia is very important for a number of reasons, but principally because they control large amounts of the global oil supply. And Donald Trump gets on the phone and calls up the king of Saudi Arabia at various points and says, hey, can you help us with the price of gasoline, basically, to help out his presidency? He knows that it's important because they have money. And yeah, it's a sign of respect that he goes there first.
And then let's talk about the time that President Trump wasn't president any longer from 2021 to 2024. I mean, what did his relationship with Saudi Arabia look like then? And then also, what were the business dealings?
Just to set the stage, so Donald Trump in his first term, he said that he wasn't going to do any foreign deals. And that really sort of closed off an avenue of growth for his company. They have been doing licensing deals all over the world. The assumption was that at the end of his first term, that he would get right back into it, that he would have made all these contacts all over the world, and people would be yearning for the Trump name on their various projects or buildings around the globe. What happens instead is on his way out the door, January 6th, sort of sullies this Trump name. And all of a sudden, nobody wants a Trump name on their projects. People are prying the Trump name off of their projects. It's a very, very difficult brand to sell. However, a couple of years later, in Oman, a Saudi company, Dar Global, announces the first Trump branded deal. This was sort of an early indication that, wait a second, this licensing business might not be dead after all. And as Trump's campaign progresses, Dar Global of Saudi Arabia announces more and more deals. In sort of the summer of 2024, right as he's kind of vanquished Joe Biden, and it looks like he's much more likely to become a possible president, Dar Global announces a deal inside Saudi Arabia in the city of Jeddah. After he wins the election in December, they announce two more deals in Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia. Once he takes office, they continue announcing deals all over the world, but including a fourth in Saudi Arabia in Jeddah. So clearly, Saudi Arabia has been a major part of sort of the global ambitions of Donald Trump, almost like a feeder country for the rest of the world. I mean, there are a lot of deals in Saudi Arabia, but there are also now a lot of deals around the globe by a firm from Saudi Arabia.